Okay, can we try now, guys? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, drop a one in the chat. If you can hear me, drop it one. Can everybody hear me? Is the audio back? I think we should be back if we're back. Is the audio back? Okay, can we try now, guys? Is the audio back? Just drop a one in the chat. All right, or just give me the sign. I believe, guys, the audio is back. Thank you all for letting me know that the audio was not on, and I apologize for that. I think some settings didn't go as planned, but we will work on that for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. Okay. All right. So I know we've missed a few slides, but all we are talking about today is, all right, the growth mindset, the growth mind, the power of growth mindset versus the fixed mind. All right. So if you're on a growth mind, then you know what it's all about. Okay. Why do some people excel and others don't? It's because other people are very stuck on the fixed mind. They don't want change. Everybody wants to look good. Everyone wants transformation. Everybody talk about transformation, but don't want transformation. All right, write that down. Everybody talks about transformation, but don't want transformation. All right, guys, I hope you can hear me. Drop in the chat if you can hear me. I can see all your comments. So drop a yes, a no in the chat if you can hear me. All right, because everybody is looking for the next shiny object, but without wanting to transform themselves. So just like I mentioned, a growth mindset person is always looking for a rise. They're looking to grow their skill. They're looking to become better. They're looking for better strategies. The question is, are you growing? Do you want to excel or you want to stay the same? I want to give a big shout out to my brother Peter himself for tuning in. I want to give a big shout out to Elvis and the rest for tuning in. Thank you guys, Emmanuel, Yalsa, and everyone else. Now, let's go straight side by side, guys. It's point blank. We're talking about the perspective of a fixed mindset person is that they have short-term memory and they want fast result. They want immediate result in their life. They want immediate success, but they forget that everything takes time. Everything that you see out there isn't done overnight. People don't just wake up and achieve success. They just work over it. They just work on it night by night, day by day, to transform their lives into what you actually see. So I want you to understand that success grows over time, okay? And now let's look at the validation of a fixed mindset person. The validation of a fixed mind person, they realize they rely on external praise and labels, okay? They just rely on external praise and label. That's what they do with a fixed mindset. Oh, you're doing well, but deep down, they're not growing. Oh, you're doing great, but deep down, they're dying, right? Now, let's come straight to a growth mindset. I want you guys to drop in the chat growth, growth, growth in the chat. I want you to put in the chat box growth mind. I have a growth mind. I don't have a fixed mind, but I have a growth mind. Because if you are not growing this season, you are definitely going to be dying mentally, dying without any productivity, dying without any progress in your life. Okay, so let's look at it. A growth mindset person is primarily driven by what? Curiosity and a desire to learn. They have a desire to learn. If you don't have a desire to learn, you are not willing to grow. In order to be able to have what you want in life, you have to be willing to change who you've always been. You have to be willing to grow, be around the right people, like-minded people, so you can actually elevate. You can excel higher. Thank you. Now, perspectives for a growth-minded person is long-term focus on the process, not on quick result. They are willing to go through the process because they are willing to grow day by day. They are willing to become better. The question is, are you willing to become better? Are you willing to go through the process? Even when the process is hard, they are willing to grow through it. When you grow through it, you become, you get what you want. When you don't grow through things, then you are always on a fixed mindset. You know, Their validation is driven by internal, all right, and mastery. They're not looking for somebody to clap for them because they're growing naturally, organically in them. Are you growing naturally, or you are looking for other people to praise you for things you are not even doing? I want you guys to put in the chat, what are you doing? The power of effort. Okay, now let's come to it. The power of effort. Organizing your path to mastery. That's what I want us to focus on today. I want you to come out of this call knowing that you are going for growth mindset, not for a fixed mindset. All right. So that's why we want to focus on, all right, on what? On organizing your path to mastery. Effort equals improvement, confidence, persistence that will give you mastery. Okay. I want you to write this down. Effort plus improvement plus confidence times persistence equals mastery. Without these steps, I promise you that nothing will work for you. Failure doesn't define you. Your response does, though. Success requires structure, clarity, and what? Intention. This is where you organize your growth. All right? So I want you to understand everywhere you are right now, whatever stage you are in right now, failure is never your portion. I want you to declare it and I want you to say this. Failure is not my portion. I don't fail, I learn, I grow, I improve, and I go forward. I put in the effort, I put it to improve myself. I build my confidence with persistence, and that definitely will help me develop to become master of anything I want to do. Mastering my field, whether you're trading, whether you are in business, whether you're selling products, whether you are coaching people, whatever you are doing, whether you're a pastor, you're a preacher, whether you work in corporate, you've got to understand that everything takes time and you've got to work on yourself to mastery. That's the only way you can organize yourself and do better. I hope, guys, we are learning something so far. Now, success is built on persistence. So when you change your mind to a growth mindset, you understand that success is built on persistence. These are some lessons from a global icons like Michael Jordan. All right, he caught from his high school basketball team. He used to got rejected, and Fuel's becoming a basketball of all time. I believe that Mike Jordan had to change his career to do something else because he thought basketball wasn't his. But then over time, whilst he failed forward, whilst he persists, whilst he kept on learning, guess what? He became the basketball player of all time. And we were his Jordans and etc. And he's a great icon, a great name out there because of because he was going on. You've got to persistent, keep on going as a growth mindset. Oprah Winfrey, okay, Oprah Winfrey, you know, fired early in her career for being what? Unfit for television. She persisted and what? And built a global media empire. So whatever you're going through right now, whatever you're doing right now, you've got to understand that when you persist, when you keep on going, grow through with a growth mindset. Build through with a growth mindset. And guess what? You eventually get to the final by building the empire, by building that big brand, by building that big company. It doesn't matter the amount of time that you fall, the amount of time you get disappointed. You just got to keep going. All right. We have people like Thomas Edison. All right. Imagine Thomas Edison. If he never tried, we wouldn't have had light. I wouldn't have had these clear lights that I have around me. We wouldn't have had the brightness that we have in our home. Because of Thomas Edison, he kept on going. And then we got light today. Now, I want you guys to understand. We are here to grow. We are here to be better. We are here to become better than we were last year, better than we were last week, better than we were today. All right. And that's why the Empower Summit is here to help you. So I wanted to look at this. Why growth mindset wins. It's unlocking potentials in changing landscape. It unlocks potentials. It unlocks potentials, all right, in areas that you never thought you were good at. It unlocks potentials in areas that you thought your talent was going to work, but you knew that Talent without work, talent without growth, you wouldn't have gotten anywhere. So it's built resilience, the ability to bounce back stronger from setbacks in a growth mindset. Failure is not the dead, all right, and but a vital source of what data for the next attempt. So as a growth mindset, that's how you see things, that's why you evaluate things. That failure is not your stopping point. Okay. Adaptability, all right, embracing changes rather than fearing it. All right, so as a growth mindset person, you embrace changes rather than fearing, having fear in yourself. All right, those who believe they can learn new skills are the first to thrive when industry shifts. As you can see right now, AI world, we have the technology world. Things are changing very fast. It was only up to yesterday, years ago, that we were using Nokia 3310. Today, we're living in a touchscreen era. Things are adopting very quick. And if you have a fixed mindset, you may be stuck in centuries that are gone. But in order for you to move on, you've got to be adaptable. You have to adapt quick. Innovation, unlocking new levels of creativity by removing the fear of being wrong. A culture of growth, all right, encourage both, all right, experimentation. You got to understand that in order for you to grow, you've got to take things around. You're going to change. You're going to change things around you. You're going to think of innovation quicker, and that you can sustain success. So a growth mindset person has sustained success, creating a foundation, all right, for long success. They create a foundation to build on long success. I want to look at this as I give you my formula, all right? I want you to read right now my formula for success. All right, these are teachings that I've been teaching all around the world, teaching young people, teaching young adults. If you have literally fall short of your identity, you're on a fixed mind, this formula is for you. All right, the arise, organize, aspire formula. I want you to write it down. The arise, organize, and aspire formula. Okay, this is the blueprint for transformation. In order for you to really change from your fixed mind, you must arise. It doesn't matter how long you've been, it doesn't how long you've been battling down. It doesn't matter how long you have lost. It doesn't matter what is changing your life. You must first arise. Okay? Arise by recognizing your inner power. Your inner power, and break through the fog of self-doubt. By awakening means realizing your current situation does not define you. Your action do. Your action does. If you are not willing to take step, you might have dreams, you might have goals, but you've got to understand that those goals and dreams mean nothing without you taking a growth mindset and arising. Number two, you must organize yourself. Goals, talent, dreams, everything without planning, without having a structure, is just a waste of time. I spoke about it last week. If you don't have a proper system for success, all right, you may have all the goals, but if you're not disciplined, it will never happen. So, two, you must organize, have a plan, have a calendar for success. This is my calendar. This is my calendar for success. And look, it's all the way 2026 to 2028. Plan ahead. I have to be organized, okay? Success requires structure, clarity, and intention. Without a plan, even the strongest motivation can drift away. That's why I said motivation always fades, right? So without a plan, you are not going to win long term. Organize your growth to sustain result. When you organize yourself, you can track your result. You can grow, grow. You will know that you are growing. You know that you are growing. You are not stagnant. And above all right, I want you to what? I want you to aspire. You can aspire. You can become great around the world. Dreams courageously. Aspire to live a life that reflects your highest value and deepest desire. All right? You've got to understand that somebody somewhere is watching you, and someone is watching you to aspire the next generation. Be the next Thomas Edison, be the next Michael Jordan, be the next Oprah Winfrey, be the next big brand names. But you've got to do that. In order to do that, you must arise, organize, and then you can aspire. Practical steps, guys. Every week, we live here with practical steps. All right? Rewinding your brain for growth. In order for you to grow in the next season, you've got to rewind your brain for growth. You've got to unlock certain things. You've got to eliminate certain things. You've got to really change how you think. Okay? Number one, the power of yet. Add this word to every limiting statement. I don't know how to do this yet. It transforms a dead end into a path forward. You've got to see, I don't know how to do it yet, but I'm willing to learn it. I don't know how I'm going to get there yet, but I know that other people have done it. I don't know how I'm going to win yet, but I know definitely that if I unlearn what I know, I will definitely win. I don't know how I'm going to graduate. I don't know how I'm going to hit $1 million yet, but I know that if I have a growth mindset, I will definitely hit that goal. Okay. Number two, seek feedback. Anyone who is willing to transform and grow need to have a level of feedback. It says what? View criticism as a free coaching section. You know, ask, what can I learn from this? Rather than becoming defensive. Most people who are defensive, they listen to respond, to be defensive. They don't listen to change. So if you want growth, you must be willing to seek feedback. Reframe mistakes. All right. Thank you all for today giving the feedback that my audio was not working, right? And I'm willing to work on that. So reframe your mistakes. Treat every error as a data point. Ask, what is the lesson trying to teach me? And adjust your strategy accordingly. Okay? I want you to see that. Adjust your strategy accordingly because that's how you grow. And finally, celebrate efforts. Value the hard work and process over the final outcome. You've got to understand that. Reward persistency, not success overnight if you want to grow, if you want to achieve success. So today, I want to challenge you with a 7-day growth challenge. All right? Taking extreme ownership of your transformation. 7 days ownership, 7 days challenge. All right? You can literally send me a message or email on my website. You can go on my website, www.augustineoaj.com, for booking and consultation. We can just have a chat for literally 15 to 20, 30 minutes and then see how we can help you grow. I can help you transform your life, give you the tools that you need in order to really take accountability, take progressive action, take progressive steps in your life. Okay? So 7-day growth, identify, choose one challenge or goal you have been avoiding due to fear of failure or self-doubt. So identify which area that you need to grow, that you were scared of, you've been fearful, and you've not been willing to step out of your comfort zone to make this thing happen. You have that goal, that dream, you have that business this year you want to start, but you've been on a fixed mindset, you've been stagnant, you have fear, you have doubt. Which area can you progress this year, 2026? Two, face it. Commit to facing this challenge daily for 7 days. Take one intentional action every single day. All right? Every single day. If you have to watch materials for that business, for that educational book, for that training, I want you to take action on that. And number three, you want to track your progress. You have to track your growth, track your success. Focus on progress, not perfection, because progress equals perfection. Progress makes you perfect over a period of time. So you got to focus on progress and document what you've learned and take action. Just like how you would document whatever you've learned from this call, from this empowerment summit. If you've literally been taking some notes, take note and leave some of your comments in my chat box. You can send me some private challenges you've started so we can celebrate it together on our next summit. Okay, so make sure you are adding some value to your life. I want to thank you for tuning in tonight. All right. And today we spoke about a fixed mindset versus what? A growth mindset. And today I'm super excited for what we have learned together. Your only job is to take action. You've got to stay curious. You've got to stay growing. Choose growth because the future belongs to those who believe in their dreams. The future is now. Whatever you do today, you will add on to tomorrow. And you can literally, all right, invite, if you're interested for me to speak at your next event, you can scan the code or go on my website, okay, and just send me a message, send me what you would like me to speak about, and then we can speak, we can prepare to help your congregation, your young people, your event, your corporate, wherever it is. We can help you guys turn your dreams become a reality. I'm willing to teach you the ALA, all right, formula, the Arise, Organize, and Aspire formula that has helped me and many people take action in their current life. Okay, you can scan that code or you can go on my website and make things happen. Listen, if you're also ready for one-to-one consultation with me, we can do that. All right, feel free and reach out. Guys, the goal here is to see you becoming better than you were yesterday, better than you were last year, and better than you were in the last 24 hours. Stay blessed, stay tuned, stay hungry, stay empowered until our next time, next Sunday or the following Sunday, whenever we get back on. Hopefully next Sunday we'll adjust the time, or next Sunday we'll try and be on time earlier, or we will let you know what we'll be doing for our next Empowered Summit. God bless you wherever you are, and I hope that you change your mind from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. I look forward to connecting with you now and beyond. Stay blessed.